Some guy drew a picture of me talking into a toaster.
That is exactly what you sound like, yeah.
Well, come on, I don't really sound like that. Do I sound any better over Skype, or does it sound just as bad?
It sounds just as bad.
Oh god, that hurts.
Actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. You know, you sound.
Do I sound more manly
over Skype? But not in a good way.
See what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get this new mic, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, it doesn't even sound like Sips anymore." And then I'm gonna lose all my subscribers in one day, and then the whole thing is just gonna get flushed down the toilet.
Yeah, that might not happen. It might go the other way, though. They might be like, oh, thank God Sips isn't talking into a toaster anymore. You know, I'm going to tell my friends about him.
Hello, and welcome to
Simon, do you want to answer some questions?
What is it you're doing? Are these questions for Sips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sips interview.
Yeah.
An evening with Sips.
Yeah.
Do 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 la la. An evening with Sips.
Why are you singing Annie Lennox for an evening with Sips?
It's a good song, isn't it, though?
It is, isn't it? I think it fits an evening with Sips.
It is a pretty good song, actually. It's one of those ones that you're so embarrassed to sing. But if you're in your car and your windows are all done up, you just belt it out. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah. God, I do enjoy doing that. Okay, guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Hit us with the question, Sips.
All right, hang on. Let me just get a question.
Okay. I would have hoped you'd done a little bit more preparation.
I've done none. I'm actually just gonna I wish my mouse wheel scrolled like I could spin it like a roulette table or something, and it would just slowly slow down and then stop on a question. That'd be great. But
I kind of imagine you rummaging around in a big kind of big yellow thread sack, of questions. A quite rough wool sack, usually sort of used to hold hay or grain.
It's more like putting a big industrial strength rubber glove on and putting it into a toilet that's just full of all sorts of poo and everything, and then hoping that you'll rummage around in there and find a diamond, but there's no diamonds. There's no diamonds in that toilet.
You're more likely to find a cotton bud, or oh god, I don't want to think of what you might find.
A tampon. That's what you were thinking. A tampon.
Get the question quickly.
Okay, I'm just scrolling down. I'm getting them all loaded so I can just.
How many are there? God, it's taking you 10 minutes.
There's 420.
What?
Oh, good lord. Sips, we've only got half an hour. We can't do 420.
I know. We're not going to do them all now.
420. Ask Sips a question every day.
Yeah. Actually, there's 422. But close. A lot of them are unanswerable. They're just things like,
oh good.
Oh my god, why are you the best?
Skip those. There you go.
We can answer that one though.
Wow.
Okay, alright.
It's more of a statement, really, isn't it?
It's
a rhetorical question.
Alright, let's try this one. Sips, have you ever considered running for leader of Canada? I'm English, but I'd still vote for you! ! And that was from Zav the Mod. That was his question.
It's a good question.
So first of all, I don't think he could vote, because I don't think that's how it works. At all, actually.
But are you a Canadian citizen? Have you got dual citizenship?
Citizen?
Have you got dual citizenship?
Yeah, I do. So I could.
How does that work? It's the back half of your passport Canadian and the front half England.
What?
And you have to turn them upside down.
The bottom half of Sips is Canadian.
Yeah, that's what...
No, it's like on the Born Identity. I have a different name in Canada than I do in England, and when I travel around, like across the world. I have like 7 different passports.
Oh my god, you're like Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly like that.
What are your other names, Sips, in other countries?
I was lying. I don't have other names. But I have. I don't even have multiple passports actually.
Are your other
Sorry.
names like anagrams of Sips? I can't.
Yeah.
I can't think of any.
Yeah. I can only think of one. And maybe it would be inappropriate on a passport. Although, you know, you can do a lot of stuff with deep poll these days.
What would you change your name to, though, Sips, if you had an opportunity? And also, did you keep your maid? When you married your wife, did you change name
Did
to
you
her
keep your
name?
maiden name?
Yeah, did you keep your maiden name?
Did I keep my? Yeah, I think if I could rename myself, I would change my name to Ronald Schwarzenegger because I think it's better than Arnold. I think Ronald's a better name. I think it goes better with his last name too. And
It's
and
more
I would
American.
make it a point. It is,
Ronald.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronald.
You can see that, but I mean, wouldn't he go a step further though and call himself Ronald Swartz or something like that? You know, shorten it even further so it's even less kind of Germanic.
No, I
even more
quite like the
Americanized.
Schwarzenegger. I think it adds character to the name.
You
but
like
I think-
like the end bit, okay? I don't know.
I'm not sold on Arnold. I think
it's difficult to spell. You know, I think on a modern day, you know, in a modern environment, people would look up his name. They wouldn't be able to spell it. They'd just give up. You know, you have to have something that's easy to spell to market yourself.
I don't know. I mean, he's done pretty good. Like all those like 1980s action movies.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you just see his name plastered across the whole screen because like it barely fit on. Like I don't even know if they could fit the whole thing on most of the time, but it looked cool. It's like 2 Z's in there.
I think there's at least 2, and there's like a Q as well in there. It's like a high score in Scrabble.
The original question was, have I ever considered running for leader of Canada? But like, how do people even like decide that that's what they want to do? Like, I'm sure everybody kind of thinks like at some point, oh God, yeah, I'd love to like run the country.
There's like a form that you fill in at the post office
Yeah.
if you want to be the leader.
You got to get passport photos.
Yeah, it's a lot of hassle. You have to fill out this form. It's a couple of pages long. You know, you have to buy stamps and you have to post it. A lot of people don't bother with the hassle.
Do you think there's like some kind of interview or something where they're like, so what makes you think you'd be a good leader of Canada? I don't know. I mean, who decides that?
Who does the interview? The old leader or like?
You know who decides? The Illuminati. Those are the people
Come
who
on.
decides.
Come
The
on.
smoking man.
The Canadian Illuminati.
The Canadian Illuminati, yeah. Oh man.
The Illuminati.
Wow.
Wow. Very nice. Very
Well
nice.
done. Well done. I tip my hat. I doff my hat to you, good sir.
So the Illuminati are in control of Canada behind the scenes, and they just put a puppet leader. So I guess that begs the question: if you knew you were going to be a puppet leader, would you still like want to be one? Like, would you, or maybe you'd just be like scared into it? Like they would just threaten to like break your kneecaps or something.
Puppet leader. Or like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
Someone in charge of other puppets.
Yeah, exactly like Kermit the Frog. Yeah, like you just get up there and you were a Muppet and you were in charge of like a big country. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be good.
I would outlaw bacon first of all.
Well, Kermit would, because of Miss Piggy.
Yeah, you want to make sure she was safe.
I don't know. I don't think Kermit even really likes her though.
Oh, he does. You can see it in his eyes.
You can see it in his smile.
He probably like when he goes backstage after like hosting the Muppet Show, he probably just like
Cries himself to sleep.
yeah, just holds him, just like he's just like kneeling in the shower, crying, and the shower's cold, holding himself. He hates his life. Poor Kermit.
Oh God.
He's got like a pair of like cloth scissors and he's gonna like cut his wrists. Oh God.
Why is he so depressed? I guess he's got a man's fist up his arse. got a man's fist up his arse, and the only woman who finds him attractive is literally a pig.
And a really annoying one as well.
What would you prefer though? Being loved by a pig, an annoying pig, or if you had to choose, would it be being loved by the annoying pig or having a man's fist up your ass? If those were the only two options.
God, well, God, it's a hard one, isn't it? The only one who loves you is a pig, or permanently having a man's fist.
Is
up
Hannah
your
looking
ass.
at you?
Like an insufferable pig though, not like a normal pig.
An insufferable pig. Okay.
A pig you absolutely can't stand.
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
literally want to just gouge your eyes out, like right in front of her every time she talks to you.
Well, I mean, the choice is obvious, isn't it? The choice is obvious.
Yeah, that's the pig.
Pass me the cloth scissors. I'll just end it.
Oh man, poor Kermit.
God.
He's got a pretty terrible life. All right, well, that was question 1. That was from Zav the Mod.
Oh Christ.
I'm gonna close that,
That
one.
was one.
That was
That
one.
was one.
We've only got 421 left to go. Okay, let me find another. Roses asks, "Do you actually enjoy getting all these questions?" Question mark. Yeah, I guess I do. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of questions, but what do you guys think? Do you guys like getting asked a lot of questions? You guys must get asked a lot of questions.
An awful lot. I can't get enough of getting asked questions. I can't get enough of it. I love it. I love questions. They're awesome. Simon?
Well, I don't even want to answer this question, so that probably explains my attitude.
Okay. He doesn't like questions.
So you don't like questions?
I remember being asked questions at school and at job interviews. The questions are just a pain in the arse, aren't they?
In like English schools, like do they ask you questions like where you have to like answer in front of the class, like if you're like sleeping or something, they try to catch you out? Do they do that?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, they
school. School's always the same. All right. Well, there's not really much else we can do with this question.
No.
It probably wasn't the best.
It's a broad one. It's a broad one.
It's a broad one. But, you know, I randomly picked it. And that is good. That was a quick one. That's another one off the list now.
Okay, good. Let's make some progress. Let's get through some of these. Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's like grinding. We're grinding. All right. Well, this one isn't a question.
Tick.
From Pajot Trimajkaj. I can't pronounce that.
Pajotrimajkaj.
I would love to see a sexy picture on you IRL. It would make me ... smile ...
A sexy picture on you.
Yeah, so not a sexy picture of me, just any sexy picture on me.
So like a picture of like Edward from Twilight, kind of like sellotape to your bicep.
Yeah, yeah, or Miss Piggy maybe in one of her more
Ooh.
provocative numbers.
So any vaguely alluring image taped arbitrarily to anywhere on your body.
Well, we can't just
Okay.
limit it to being taped. It could be staples.
Blue tack.
It could be crazy glued.
Yeah. Crazy glue. What's that? Sips.
We could use that crazy bonding stuff that you use like up between your heatsink and your processor to put the picture
Oh my
on me.
god, what?
Why not, Simon? Why not?
Thermal paste. I don't think it's actually very sticky thermal paste. It's not. It's kind of just.
Yeah, we'll heat it up. We'll heat it up like really hot and it'll start to stick.
What's that cement stuff? That little cement glue stuff? Use that.
Well, like wood cement.
No more nails.
Wait,
Have you
no
ever
more
seen that?
nails.
No more nails? They can like lift a car with like a block of wood with no more nails on it. The hell? I don't know if I'd want to
Lift
stick a
car.
picture
What,
to you with
it
that.
makes you super strong.
No, it doesn't make you...
Suddenly lift things up.
No, like they... Yeah, it does. I don't even want to explain it. They put like they like glued a piece of wood to like the top of a car with no more nails, and then they used like some crane and they grappled onto the piece of wood and picked up the whole car with like the piece of wood glued to it. I call bullshit on that though.
I mean, the chemistry of that's pretty simple. What it does is it just like dissolves the top layer of the car and the wood, and it kind of blends the like polymers together, and then it like locks them in place with crap. So that way you can't simply separate it. If you tried to get that piece of wood off that car, you just basically take like a big hole off the roof, or you just leave this terrible mark. So I mean, it's not the most. But then again, if you nailed the bit of wood to the roof, I suppose you'd leave massive nail holes anyway. So
I think I just blacked out actually.
I don't know what I'm getting at. Yeah.
It's a pickle, isn't it?
No, it's okay. It is an alternative to nails. I don't know if it's like a good alternative to nails. I don't think you can beat like a good old nail.
No. I mean, a nail, it's practical. If you put a nail in the wall, you can hang stuff on the nail. You don't want to just like glue your paintings to the wall with no more nails, do you?
Hey, you gotta have like tools and stuff though. Do you guys have tools? Do you have like a toolbox?
Yeah, I've got a screwdriver, which I don't know where it is.
Okay, that's not a toolbox, but...
Oh, I'll tell you what I want. I want a crowbar, like, out of Half-Life. And I want it in, like, a glass case. And on the glass case engraved it says, "In case of alien invasion, break glass."
Wow.
Yeah. And I'd be like, shit, what do I break the glass with? I need a crowbar. And so underneath I'll have a little crowbar on a little chain.
Like just a mini one.
Will that be in a glass case as well? And it'll say, in case of emergency.
That'll be the glass case, yeah.
How thick is the glass though?
It's really thick.
Well, it's gonna have to be bigger than like a mini crowbar. It's like straight away, that's not gonna work.
It's okay, it's got a diamond on the end.
Oh god. I'd imagine, Sips, you'd have like a big massive bag of tools, because you're a dad now, right? So you've got a double ladder in your garage, and you've got a massive tool shed, and...
No, I don't have a garage. What the hell are you talking about?
You've got like a lawn mower it's like petrol, you have to, fill up.
Yeah, like one of those John Deere ones that you sit on. And I have like one of those hats with like two 2-liter bottles of Diet Pepsi like attached to the side with straws into my mouth. And I just drive around on that lawnmower.
Not Duff beer.
Yeah. So while you're bumping up and down doing the lawn mowing, you can have a bit of, Budweiser or whatever. Yeah.
Diet Pepsi. Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so that was... I would love to see a sexy picture on you IRL. Whew. Okay, how many is that done? It's 3.
3.
Just 3.
3.
Alright.
We're keeping count. Okay.
We need some teaser photos of you. Like photos of you in the dark with a very, very dim light source just glowing at like a corner of your face.
No. We need not
with.
that. We need like hints of Sips's life, like a picture of his like the corner of his desk or something, showing like.
Yeah.
God, I wonder where you were going with that.
A picture of his or a picture of his car, or a picture of his garage with all the tools.
I don't have a garage.
A picture of him riding the lawnmower.
Do you have beautiful hands?
Picture me riding a horse. Just randomly riding a horse. Have you guys ever ridden a horse before? It's kind of weird.
I don't think I have, actually. It's kind of weird. What did you say, Simon? Did you ask Sips if he has big hands?
I asked if he had beautiful hands.
Oh.
Do you have beautiful hands?
Well, they're normally like beautiful and soft, but for some reason right now I have like all these like scars on my knuckles. I think it's just like because it's really cold over here, and it's dry.
Yeah, you want to get some gloves, Sips. You want to get yourself a little pair of woolly mittens or something. Look after your little babby hands.
Isotoners. I'm gonna get some
Oh, you want to look after your little hands there, Sips? You want to put a bit of mittens on? You need some of your baby's lotion. You need some of your baby lotion, Sips.
Put the lotion on its hands. Or else it gets Sips Jr. pissing on you again.
Oh my god.
Oh god. It might be that you're chapped from all of the nappy changing and all of the body rubbing of changing the baby.
I'm all chapped.
So Poop Feast 420 is now 6 weeks old.
Yeah, 6 weeks, yeah.
Sorry? Poop Feast 420?
Yeah, that's what Sips named his kid, yeah.
Yeah, his middle name is 420.
Is that what you've baptized? Wow, that's amazing.
I know. In honor of the guy that donated so much money to the live stream.
Oh god, I can imagine the vicar in the local church. And here we are gathered today in order to baptize the son of Sips. We dip his head into the fountain, and we name him in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ the Father. Poop Feast 420. Smoke weed every day.
I have to admit something to you guys before I read more questions, though. I answered a question and said that I own a Greg's in the Isle of Wight. I spelt the Isle of Wight wrong, and I got about 50 questions back saying, "Oh my god, I live in the Isle of Wight. There's no Greg's here, though." So,
Wow.
so I thought I'd come clean.
It's a small franchise.
So actually, in doing that, though, I could probably... That cancels out those questions, right? We don't have to answer those, because they're all based on a lie anyway.
Incidentally, did you see that viral video about the Greg's bag that interrupted that man, that interview, that important interview?
Yeah. Yeah. Me and Simon were watching that.
Oh god, that was brilliant, wasn't it? We were just laughing and watching it over and over and over again.
Yeah, when we were watching Pat play
It
Star
was
Wars.
possibly the funniest viral video I've ever seen. Yeah. Oh, good lord. That tickled me. Oh, Greg's.
It was good. I love the sound that the bag made when it hit his face.
So how's business at the Greg's, by the way? Are you selling pasties? Are they selling, like, hot cakes and stuff? Is everything going alright?
Yeah, I can't even bake them fast enough anymore. They're selling like hotcakes all the time. I can't even keep anything on the shelf.
What's the most popular product that you're selling? What is it that the people come in and, like, demand?
Bread. Just bread.
Bread?
All the breads.
All the breads. What's the best breads of the breads?
Just like the 1929er Riser 252. I don't know. I've never even been into Greg's before. Do they have like code names for all the bread?
Yeah. White, Granary, and Brown, I believe, are the code names.
Brown.
There's also 007 as well. It's very nice toasted. It has a license to grill. What?
Wow.
Wow, another cracking joke there. Thank you.
It was certainly something, wasn't it?
That was certainly something.
Okay, here's the next one. Ethan Blackbeard asks, "What is red and smells like blue paint?"
Red paint.
I guess so. I mean, well, it could.
Yeah, that's a can of worms. That one, Sips. Let's move on.
It's too much. Oh, here's a good one. Diamond XX Eyes asks, "Who's your favorite comedian?" This is an easy one. Who's your favorite comedian, Lewis?
Oh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one to like answer. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of like old school comedy, like BBC comedy. So like Morecambe and Wise and the two Ronnies and stuff like that, but also the old Blackadder stuff. But I don't know. I've been watching quite a lot of comedy lately, and I'm a big fan of Bill Bailey. I watch a lot of QI. I listen to Radio 4. Very boring answers. Simon?
God, those were boring answers.
Frankie Boyle. It's very good. What if I just said like really awful? Jim Davidson.
Oh God, I
Oh my
loved him
God.
on that snooker show. Pot Black. No, wasn't
It's
that?
only a game, so put up a real good fight. I'm gonna be snooker in Newton. We can't use that because that's copyright Chaz and Dave.
God.
Is it? Oh no, it's not. Is it copyright
Yeah.
Chaz and
Yeah.
Dave?
Yeah.
Wow, maybe we could do like a remix, because that is a good song. That is a really good song. I'm a big fan of that.
Chaz and Dave?
I wish
I've
they
heard of
still
Chaz
had,
and Dave,
like,
but I've never seen that before.
Game shows like that on telly. I used to watch that so much as a kid. Big Break. For people who don't know, it was a sort of a sort of a.
You're getting like so excited.
I know I'm getting excited, but I can't like vocalize my thoughts.
It's like
It was a kind of. It was a game show based around snooker, right? And there were like professionals, snooker
Oh.
professionals, playing alongside ordinary people. And they had to answer snooker-related questions. They had to go and do try and repeat Jimmy White doing a trick shot. And John Virgo was there. It was just good. It was really good, wasn't it? Wasn't it good? It was good.
It was the
Good.
best.
It was good.
Robot Wars was good too back in the day.
Robot Wars. Oh, is that the guy? Is that the guy from what's it called? Red Dwarf and Takeshi's Castle. Is that Robot Wars?
Yeah. Craig Charles.
Craig Charles.
And
yeah.
I think he was in EastEnders as well, wasn't he? At some point.
He was the cabbie, but then he took loads of crack and he lost his job.
Coronation Street. Yeah. Hannah just laughs as if I'm like a massive noob. Oh my god.
God, you're such a noob. Who didn't know that? What about Takeshi's Castle though? That was like the best show.
I don't know. I enjoyed it, but I always thought it was a bit kind of like cruel.
Amazing? No, come on. Cruel.
I don't know. It's like it's a knockout, but kind of more serious.
More serious. Yeah, I know. That's the thing that I hated about Takeshi Castle. It was like, it's so serious all the time.
Simon, you've been watching Hoarders lately, haven't you? Which is like horrible.
It's amazing. It's a very, very formulaic show. I mean, it sort of opens up and you see like the wreckage of someone's house just full of crap, full of loads of boxes, clothes, dirty plates everywhere. And then it says, they could lose their children, they could lose their job, they could lose their house. In one case, a guy was going to go to prison if he didn't clean up his backyard.
Nice.
It's a bit excessive.
Is it like Life of Grime? Remember that show?
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, but American and kind of better.
Well, I don't think it is better because it doesn't have like John Peel or anyone doing the voiceover.
Oh yeah, it was John Peel, and then Bergerac took over after.
Was it Bergerac? Really? Oh my god. Wow. So that I didn't know.
It's amazing. All right, so who's your favorite comedian? Mine. I'm gonna say mine's probably Jerry Seinfeld. I love that guy. I like him, and I loved it when Larry David did stand up too. I think those guys are the funniest guys. But I'm from North America, so
Oh my god, they're good answers.
I probably appreciate them more than like British people would.
Yeah, we don't really get American comedies. No, Seinfeld and yeah, god, that's good stuff. Yeah, it's good stuff. I didn't really watch it till I was like 20 though, so.
I remember when it used to be on. Like it used to be on Thursday nights, like the brand new episode. There used to be Seinfeld, new Friends, and new Simpsons when Simpsons was really good. And those three shows, like new episodes of them, would be on back to back on Thursday nights. And like literally, like every city was just like a ghost town. Everybody wanted to be home and like watch them. That's when the Simpsons was really funny. Like the old Simpsons. Now it's just
Yeah,
stupid.
it used to be really funny, didn't it? Used to be. What do you think happened? Was it us who aged, or was it the show just getting terrible?
The earlier episodes of The Simpsons had really good stories. They always had they were really funny, but they always had some sort of like moral at the end of them to tell. But like they would just like lace it in like lots of jokes. Now they just think it's funny to like, Homer goes to Japan like for no reason whatsoever, and then just acts like he's like really stupid the whole time, and that's supposed to be funny for like half an hour. I don't know. I just preferred it like a long time ago. Or maybe I just got like old. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably. Alright, so that's that. I'm closing that one. God, we've done like so many questions. We're gonna run out soon. Okay. One more? Last one?
Sure, let's do one more.
Let's do this.
This is a good one. What song would you want to be played at your funeral? This is from Piotr Imkad. I can't pronounce that. I cannot pronounce that. But that's a good question.
Piotr Imkad.
Piotr.
Yeah, that's fine. What song would you want playing at your funeral, was that?
Yeah.
Simon?
The one from 2001, Daisy Daisy. Daisy Daisy, give me your answer to. Why are you burning me crazy? Like that. I think that would be good.
That would be amazing.
That would be good.
That would be amazing.
That would be a funeral I'd love to go to.
Yeah, as your coffin was sort of, wheeled into the hole where they cremate you.
What about the Monster Mash? And like you could get them to like hook you up to like some strings, and a guy like behind the curtain where your casket is, and there could be some pulleys, and then they would start playing the Monster Mash, and then the dude behind the curtain could like pull you, and you would like get up in your coffin and start dancing. But like not fully.
Oh my god,
just
that's
your
horrible.
torso and your arms.
That's horrible.
Your head would just like flop around. That'd be a sweet funeral though.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. And then you just like rise up from
They did the mash. Just waving my arms back
you
and
did the
forth.
monster mash, the monster, and everyone in the flipping audience will like sway in time.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
God.
would be great. That would be the best funeral. What about you, Lewis?
Oh, I don't think I can top the monster mash.
You probably just want some like Kid Rock or something. Linkin Park. Just like just blaring, crawling in my skin. Like everybody would just be like crying. Or happy, I don't know.
I've become so numb. Yeah, there's enough songs about like.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
I love that song. I don't know, it's just so enduring, that Drowning Pool. I don't know, it kind of just makes everything awesome. I remember the very first YouTube video I watched had that in it, and it was like a kind of really early machine. It wasn't even World of Warcraft. It was like a game before that, and it was just like some people killing. I think it was like something like RuneScape. People killing people in RuneScape, and RuneScape graphics are like total shit, right? But with Drowning Pool behind it,
How
it was
dare
just
you.
like the best thing ever. It was like, oh my god, this game looks amazing. So I played it for like 5 minutes, and then I was like, this game sucks.
So is that your answer to this then? You'd want Let the Bodies Hit the Floor?
Drowning Pool. Yeah, I think that would be that would be fucking
Good,
hilarious. Yeah, I think that would be good.
Oh man. What about like some Little Richard or something? Something like really upbeat.
Tiptoe through the tulips. La, la, la,
Yeah, just like some random kids songs started playing or something. That'd be pretty weird. Like the Sesame Street theme music or something.
Time for Teletubbies. Time for Teletubbies. Oh no.
Oh god.
No.
Oh yeah. When did that come out? That was like in the 90s, right?
Yeah. All the best
Oh,
ideas
God.
came out in the 90s. Spice Girls, Boyzone,
Westlife.
Take That. Maybe they were the 80s.
They were.
though.
Oh yeah, they were the 90s.
Very early 90s if they were. Oh god, what actually were the 90s famous for?
Grunge. Grunge was pretty popular in the 90s.
I spent like 10 years in the 90s, from age 7 to 17.
Wow.
And I can't really remember very much about them.
Yeah, no, the 90s were good though. They're kind of like forgotten though. Like everybody remembers the 80s really well, but like nothing like overly interesting happened in the 90s. But like, you know, tons of stuff did, but it's never remembered as fondly as the 80s for some reason. The 80s was like terrible.
The 80s was amazing.
Like the clothes people used to wear in the 80s were just
The
like
glasses. Oh, the brown
Oh,
cars. I mean,
the brown cars
my dad had a brown car.
and like weird like leather shoes, high tops.
Yeah.
High top leather shoes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm just glad that I was just like a kid in the 80s.
Portable CD players, you know, like really big Discmans that you just carried around.
Discman. Remember, I got the first like MP3 player. It was a creative MP3 player, and it was the size of a Discman. It was gigantic. It had like a full hard drive in it, and it took 6 AA batteries, and literally they lasted for like an hour. It was disgusting. It was just such a beast.
Wow. And you could fit 7 MP3s on it, yeah.
Pretty much.
And you
yeah.
downloaded them off Kazaa.
Yeah, and they were all like different
my
bit
God.
rates and stuff. So like one would be like really quiet, so you'd have your volume turned all the way up.
It took 3 hours to download.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good question. Do you remember the first MP3 you ever downloaded?
Oh god. I think I went to download
hell?
something and it wasn't what I expected it to be. It was like something else that was named that. So I went to download, like, I don't know, let's say Drowning Pool, and it was like some kind of boy band instead. I think it was like some Irish boy band. Oh no, it was like Bewitched or something. That oh god, yeah. I remember that, and I remember
Bewitched.
trying to download like Zoolander one time, and it was like
That movie.
it was like Army of the Damned or something instead.
Did you watch it anyway, or?
Yeah, I did.
I downloaded the first MP3 I ever downloaded. My friend told me about Napster, and like I just couldn't believe it. I just thought it was like the most amazing thing ever. Like to think that I could just download any song I could think of, like to my computer in like 10 minutes or whatever, however long it took to download one MP3. And
Not Army of Damned, Army of Darkness. It was Army of Darkness that I got instead of Zoolander.
that's pretty
what I
good.
got.
Army of Darkness was good.
I know, Army of Darkness was fucking amazing.
I mean, it's better than Zoolander.
It is far better than Zoolander. Simon might disagree. He quite likes Zoolander.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Zoolander. Oh, what?
Yeah, it was amazing. Okay, yeah, so I get Napster, and then because my friend told me about it, and then the first thing I downloaded was "You Can't Touch This" by MC Hammer, because I was so excited. I was so excited to just download anything, and I was pleased with the result too. That's a great song. It's a really good song.
What was the first song you downloaded, Simon?
Tiptoe through the traffic.
I've put that in your head now. That's it. You're screwed.
I don't know if I can do the wavering voice thing, because my voice is a little bit fucked at the moment.
Hmm.
Probably can't do it. No.
You got s-
Tiptoe through the tulip. It's a bit like that.
That's
It's
amazing.
difficult to do.
I think that's a lot better
Very
than how it
good.
was originally. I don't think he did it that much. I think he was a little bit higher, though. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't want to strain myself.
Yeah, be careful. You got to keep your voice in good nick. You've had trouble doing the recording lately, haven't you? It's because you've got a bit of cold. It's this bad weather. You're like Terry Wogan, you know. A harsh winter like knocks you over for a few months.
You lost your ass in Vietnam. You got that wooden ass now, and then every time it gets cold, it seizes up and you can't do anything. Or maybe not an ass.
A wooden ass that
You have a
seizes
wooden
up.
ass. Yeah. It just seizes up in the cold weather.
Are we talking about an arse, or are we talking about a donkey? Which of those did Simon get in Vietnam? And also, how did you get your arse blown off?
I don't know why you'd bring a donkey back. You just can't. I mean, shrapnel or something? I don't know. People lost many things in Vietnam.
But would you need to replace the entire arse? Or would you have like a wooden plate?
Imagine just losing like one cheek, like they had to surgically remove like an entire like ass cheek, but like they left the other one in place. That'd be pretty weird.
It wouldn't be very surgical, the removal of an entire arse cheek.
They probably had to do that with Darth Vader.
And do you think they would give you like an implant on the other side? What if it just like got like infected or something and they just had to take it off?
Your whole arse cheek got infected.
An infected buttock.
Just one side though, one cheek. The other cheek was like totally fine.
So it got really like swollen and red.
Yeah.
And
so like and then if it was really swollen, you'd be sitting a bit lopsided because like it'd be too big, and then they'd surgically remove that side, and then it would be the other way around. If they didn't like give you, maybe they just give you like a silicone cheek or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they do these days. What they do is they take some skin from somewhere else, like such as your face maybe,
Your love handles.
and then they put that onto your arse where you lost the skin, and then they'd put silicone in.
Yeah, they just take some fat from your neck and then they put that into your ass.
Yeah, I mean, if you lose like fat around your neck, they replace it with fat from your ass. So I would guess it would work the other way around too, for sure. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I mean, I think I.
Yeah, you are. You're just as good as one. I mean, you seem to know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think I know what I'm talking about.
All right. So that was like how many questions? That was like 6, and then we asked more off the back of them. So actually, we've answered about like 53 questions, which is good going. Good going for one sitting.
GG,
well done.
Everyone. Good going. GG.
Good going.
Good job,
Good
team.
going. GG.
Good job.
Well, there we are. Thank you very much for listening, everyone. And we will end this podcast with some deleted scenes from the Christmas YoGPoD, which didn't make it into the last one. So, here you go. Okay, here's a good question. This question is from the _gingerkid _14 XIV. Dear Lewis and Simon and Hannah. Yeah. XIV.
What, 14?
Yeah.
You mean?
But not spelled with the numbers, spelled with the Roman numerals. On the occasions where you feel your primal British urge too strong to resist and indulge yourself in a cream tea, do you generally place the jam on the scone first, followed by cream, or do you drown the scone in cream and add jam afterwards, or do you have some other method for eating your creamy, jammy scones in a cream tea? Simon?
Okay. Now, I think there's a confusion here. This is probably someone who has never actually had a cream tea, but has just read about them or heard about them. The cream you get isn't the sort of cream that you add to coffee.
Yeah.
It's clotted cream, right? So it's a thick cream that is like it's like whipped cream, but even thicker. And you put that on first. Right, that goes on the scone first. And then you add the jam on top of it. It's not very complicated. I mean, it's like peanut butter and jelly. You put the peanut butter on first, and then you add the jam. You don't add the jam and then the peanut butter, because that would just be messy and weird.
It's all about however,
you've got to have rules.
It does depend on the consistency of the cream, because the way I like to think of it is you treat the cream as butter. So instead of buttering your scone and then putting jam on it, you put cream on and then put jam on it. But sometimes the cream you get is actually very kind of lightweight and hard to spread. And I actually prefer to go butter and then jam and then cream.
Butter Jam and cream.
A very thin layer of butter, and then a sort of nice jammy layer.
Oh my god, that's just too much, Lewis. Why add any butter at all then?
Because if you get very very thin whipped cream, it doesn't do enough in terms of the it doesn't make the scone buttery enough. But a nice thick whipped cream will cause you to not need butter.
Right. You're saying that you need moisture or something.
Yes.
You don't use it as like an agent to hold together the next thing that you're adding to the scone. It's one of those problems is that if you make a sandwich and you add a lot of salad, the salad will just fall out because there's nothing holding it in the sandwich. Which is why I like to add clotted cream into.
Do you put the lid back on the scone after you've made your scone, or do you eat the two halves of the scone separately?
It's very dangerous if you attempt to eat a scone with filling inside. Making a scone sandwich, it's frowned upon. The Queen doesn't do it, certainly.
No.
Her Majesty the Queen, Royal Highness of the Empire and of the Englands. That's her official title.
I feel like we need to address these things, because you could see amateurs making a terrible mess, putting their foot right in it, up the jacksie of the scone, and completely causing a terrible ruckus, an unsightly mess.
I mean, there's a lot of noobs out there who don't know how to eat scones properly, and they need to be educated lest they be owned by the scone. Sconed.
They look to us for advice. I mean, how does the tea is an important one as well. How do you do the tea? If the Queen did come, for example, if the Queen came right now, knocks on our door, I open the door, she says, "Hello, I am the Queen. One is very hungry. Do you have anything to eat?" Yes, you're expected, Your Majesty. Please come in. Come with me through to the dining room. I should never ask. Thank you. Sit one's royal buttocks down in this comfortable chair, and I will... Did you just say the buttocks word? The one's face? Oh my god. So anyway... If I was to bring the Queen this wonderful, delicious cream tea, what would be the optimum requirements for the tea, Simon?
Well, it needs to be, first of all, the table needs to be laid, okay?
Okay.
Because it hasn't got any in a very long time, and it's very tense. And,
That just came out of nowhere. Wow.
What? It's funny how that just came into my head, and once. So you need a tablecloth. You need a nice, freshly laundered and starched tablecloth on there.
Ironed, floral print, frills around it, lace.
Yeah, pressed, not ironed.
And also, of course, this is a mahogany table, wooden table. No, cheap. One sort of single leg. Not like a big four leg table. A single leg. A comfy upholstered chair with probable floral print, pink and gold stitching.
And it needs like a lace doily thing, so she can rest her head against the back of the chair without thinking that she might get chair germs. Yeah.
There'll be a lace doily on the back of the chair, but there will also be lace doilies on the table, circular doilies.
Yeah, and on the arms of the chair.
Yeah.
And on the floor where her feet are going to be.
Yes.
And on her knees.
Yes.
Strapped on like knee pads, and her elbows too.
Yeah.
Basically, the Queen is going to be covered in doilies to
Yes.
protect her
from
the germs. Her Majesty the Queen, she always wear doilies all over her body. She would look like Lady Gaga, wouldn't she?
So
the Queen dressed up with lace all over her.
Simon, you're dressed up in a tuxedo, full tuxedo.
Am I?
Bow tie.
Oh right, in this bit, yeah, okay.
You're the waiter, and you're going to be bringing her cream tea. So go through the rigmarole of preparing the tea and serving it and everything.
Okay. Well, the china that you use is very important. So it needs to be a nice crockery set and a china teapot. Only the best tea as well. PG tips, right? None of that Tetley crap. PG tips. The finest tea. What you want to do is you want to put in, if it's just the Queen herself, by her own, who's having tea, you put in 2 tea bags into the teapot. A big yellow one she likes.
Does she?
So you put 2 tea bags in there, and you swirl them around a bit, and you leave it to stew with, because Stu knows how to make tea. He's very good at that.
Okay.
And
so is the big yellow teapot Royal Dalton? Is it sort of a make of china commissioned by the Queen?
It's Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton.
Played James Bond. Timothy Dalton's own brand.
Royal Commission. Royal Dalton.
Yeah.
And
I want a teapot made by James Bond.
That's what she said. Okay. On Her Majesty's Secret Service was playing.
That's what she said.
I
have to keep repeating it so you get it.
And sorry, so is the teapot got a cozy on it? A knitted cozy?
It's got a cozy what?
A tea cozy on it to keep the teapot warm.
Yeah, it's got one of those. It's like a Mr. Blobby one that she's got on there.
Okay.
From Noel's House Party.
Okay.
The BBC Saturday evening family entertainment show, hosted by Noel Edmonds, set in the small town of Crinkley Bottom.
Where she had that for a long time? Did Noel send that to her?
So yeah, she has a nice cup of tea in a nice china cup. She likes to drink it with her little finger sticking out. She sort of makes it's like a devil's sign that she makes. She picks up the tea cup with her forefinger and thumb, and her little finger is sticking out, and it looks like she's making sort of a devil sign.
Oh, I see.
And she sips the tea
from her Timothy Dalton china cup.
Oh, it's a lovely cup of tea. Hello. It's oh my god, the Queen's turned into a female Griswold.
That is terrifying.
Oh my god. What is going on?
He's taking over. He's taking over your personality.
I'm enjoying this cup of tea. What are you doing, the Queen? No.
How are the scones, the butter, the jam, the cream, the milk all served? I mean, how do you pour it
on a plate?
Do you pour it for her? I mean, is it on one of those cake trays, with the multiple layers, silver? Does the tea come? I mean, what's the tea service? Is it a metal tray or a plastic tray with Mr. Blobby on it?
It's a full service with a happy ending.
Okay.
The Queen insists upon a full tea service with a happy ending.
Okay, good. It's good to know.
The happy ending is one of those. It's like a little chocolate mint.
Oh, I see. It does sound like a brand of chocolate mint. Happy End. We should make that. We should do that. We should do our own brand of mints called Happy Endings. Yeah, sure. Let's get on that. Well, there you go. So, how much would this set back the Queen? In let's say you're in the Ritz or somewhere. How much would a cream tea? How much would be a reasonable price to pay for this wonderful service? About
£2.50, I think.
Okay.
I think it's a fair price.
That sounds reasonable to me.
And it's quite a good price because you can just leave an extra 50p as a tip, so you round it up to £3.
Does the Queen carry change in her purse, or would she have to write a cheque for that?
The Queen, it's famously said that the Queen never carries money around with her, but that's actually not true. It's a rumor. It's misinformation that's spread so that the Queen doesn't get mugged.
Right.
She does actually carry Murray. She carries Murray.
Murray
and
around.
He is the the protector of her money.
Okay.
She carries a little Murray Walker, and he's, I have your change right here. And he carries the money for her. Little Murray
goodness.
Walker.
Yeah.
And
it's go!
well, the Queen
go! Fuck's sake.
Oh, Murray. Amazing.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, the Queen does carry money, but not to spend.
Right.
Because the Queen, she doesn't have to carry any form of ID, like a driver's license or a passport. She just shows them, like, a £5 note. And she says, this is me here! Who the fuck do you think I was? Lady Gaga! And of course she's wearing all the lace doilies all over her face.
Yeah.
And then she gets bundled into the back of a panda car and driven off.
Back to the palace. Yeah.
If you're the Queen of England, I'm the Queen of Sheba. That's what the police officer says.
Wow. Okay.
Poor HRH.
You've just listened to the 40th episode of the YoGPoD, which was produced by the Yogs cast and starred Simon Lane, Lewis Brinley, and Sips. The music you're listening to is written and produced by me, Sparkles, who also had the task of editing this bollocks together. I'm now gonna go and sleep off a hangover. Bye!
Do you want me to get Sparkles to edit this, Sips?
Who?